Welcome to the Amateur's Advantage. I'm Laura Ashley, a Grand Prix dressage trainer and gold medalist rider, here to share the tools and principles that help riders and horses work in harmony no matter your discipline. Each week, I sit down with amateur riders, pro trainers, and equestrian professionals from every corner of the horse world to talk about the real stuff. Training struggles, mindset shifts, breakthroughs in the saddle, and how classical dressage can make us all better horsemen and women. Think of this as your tack room talk, your post-lesson debrief, and your barn family between rides. Let's get into it. Hey, it's Laura, and I'm here with a quick update because I just had a great show day. My horses are so wonderful. So I took out Caracol, who is a younger horse in my program, and it was his very first horse show. I was so proud of him. He was so mature. So he hasn't been in my program for very long, but it was made out to believe that, he might be a little bit of a longer project to train. This kid is so darn smart. Oh my gosh, he has gotten everything so fast, and he's easy, and he's smooth gated, and the transitions are flawless, and he's easy to make round, and he's steady in the contact. Like, I don't know what more you could ask of a horse than what this little guy produced. So we had our training level debut, and to prepare for that this week, I took him on a long trail ride from our farm to the showgrounds. Walked on the buckle, whole way there, went in 5 different dressage arenas around the property, cared about nothing, and walked himself back home. Then yesterday, I trailered him to the show, got off, tied him to the trailer, threw on a saddle, popped right on cold, took him in the ring, did a little walk, trot, canter. Perfect. No issues. And so today was more of the same. He's perfect. That's it. That's all there is to say. He is such a good boy. So we did a baby test. We did training 1, but it was just rock solid. It was boringly consistent. There was just steady 7, 7, 7, 7 on every movement across the board, except when we did the canter tour was getting 7.5. He's just really naturally balanced in the canter. So I don't know. It makes my job super easy. This horse is going to just fly up the levels. So he did training level. We got a 70.577%, and we won the class. It was his first time ever, and we're going to go back again tomorrow and do it again. I don't know what more I could ask of this horse. He was so wonderful for me. But we're going to up the ante probably in November. I'll take him out at first level. And I don't see any reason this horse isn't going to be showing second level by like December or January. This is not the normal speed that a horse learns on, but he's just so darn smart and willing and rideable and naturally balanced that he is just flying up the levels and making up for a little bit of lost time earlier on in his education. But with a horse with a brain this great, it just makes training so much fun every day. And also because his gaits are smooth, being an Iberian type horse doesn't take a lot out of my body. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my big fancy warm bloods, and I am thrilled every time I get one in training that can do the big kid work. But I could ride 20 of these guys in a day and not be sore because he's just so smooth and simple and light. It's very comfortable on my body and just so rewarding to see this little guy progress. So that was Caracol. I could just rave about him all day because he's my little buddy and I'm so proud of him. But we had another superstar at the show, and that is Mr. James Brown. James and his mom Laurel knocked it out of the park today. So they are a newer partnership. She only got him a few months ago, and she's shown third level on my schoolmaster Shauna, but now she's doing it on her own horse. And there's always a little bit of a learning curve with a new partner, just knowing kind of what to expect of them in the show ring. So we found out that he actually loses energy at the horse show, and so we need a really condensed warm-up. We don't really need to drill a whole bunch of movements. Today, all we did was lateral work in the walk, We were really precise on our shoulder ins, which got a 7. And then we worked on her alignment in her half pass, because sometimes we get a little haunches leading instead of shoulder leading, or it gets a little diagonal or not quite enough bend. So I helped her find that sweet spot in the warm-up and said, there, that's what we're looking for. Did a few trots, a few little steps to get them in front of the leg, did a walk to canter, went across the ring, hit a change, and went right in the show ring. I mean, this guy is another one, just rock solid, steady Eddie, doing his job, happy to be there, knock on wood, wherever some wood is, no spooking him. Like, he's just a good guy. And he's fancy. He got an 8 on his gates today, which is like, ooh, we did good picking this one. He's a nice horse. Hi, Rocky. Honey, you gotta go take naps, okay? I gotta tell them about the horse show. All right. So, James was amazing per usual. The trot tour was maybe a touch more conservative than what's available, but it was still great. It was like 6.57 on all the trot work. The half pass scores came up from the last competition. And then when we got to the canter, she just knocked it out of the park. She got 8 on both of her changes, which when I saw it, I was like, oh, that was nice. So expressive, straight, it balanced, the tempo stayed consistent. Everything you were looking for was right there. So I'm not surprised she earned her 8 on that one. And then her extended canter also was an 8. So she's definitely getting braver with her new partner and taking more risks in the show ring. So this was kind of her mid-training season update. We normally push pretty hard with competitions in season, so December through April, 1 a month, sometimes some schooling shows in between. And in the summer, we're just doing boot camp. We're working on quality control, perfecting movements, adding new skill sets so that we can work our way up the levels. So this was a last minute check-in. We ended up finding out that the show was a little bit small on Friday. And so we had a great lesson. And she said, do you mind if I go? Can I show too? I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. So she was a last minute late entry for the show, and it was so worth it. Oh my gosh, it was a great day. Oh, by the way, she got over a 68% on her average at third level. So 70% for Caracol, 68 and change for James. And I just couldn't be more proud of these horses and my rider, of course, as well. And I'm just very blessed to have these wonderful horses in my program and to get to go show them. Like, how cool is this? So tomorrow we go back and we do it again. James has earned his Sunday day of rest. I have not, though. I'm going back out with Caracol again, and we're going to get some more mileage at training level just because it's only his first time. I don't want anything different. If he could repeat or even come close to as good as it was today, I'd be tickled. But we just want to give him another chance to see the ring and go out and get used to that he's a show horse now. But we will be having my student Isa come, and she's debuting her horse Guess. And he's very fancy, very talented, lovely boy. And she'll be going for her first score towards her bronze medal. So fingers crossed for her tomorrow. But I just had to share my very excited, very proud horse show update and keep you guys in the loop on everything happening here at Laura Ashley Dressage. So that's it for today. Hope everything's going well back at your barns as well. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining us today. That's it for this episode of The Amateur's Advantage. If you found something helpful, share it with a barn friend, subscribe wherever you listen, and leave a review. It helps more riders to discover the show and join our equestrian community. Don't forget to follow Laura Ashley Dressage on Instagram and other social media channels for more tips, behind-the-scene content, and updates on future episodes. Join us next week as we continue to unpack real-life training challenges, mindset shifts, and how classical dressage principles can help solve problems for riders and horses of all disciplines.